Hi, this is our midterm presentation for BeeBop. My name is Camila. I'm the project lead, and I deal with development and UX design for this project.
My name is Courtney. I am the UX designer.
Hi, I'm Nico. I'm the programmer for this project.
Hi, my name is Simon, and I'm the graphic designer of this program. Graphic design is my passion, as you can see.
So when we formed our team, we realized we would work well together because of our shared interest in music, visual arts, and graphic design, and look at us.
So BeeBop is a social networking mobile app that lets you discover music, learn about your listening habits, and share them with friends. And it allows you to connect, discover, recommend songs, and generate visual content.
Here's a quick overview of our users. Our main set of users are music lovers, art lovers, people who are interested in data, analytics, and social media influencers. Our stakeholders are mainly record labels, artists, and music streaming services. And people who have shared interests as both a user and a stakeholder are independent artists and those who are looking to create forecasts of music trends.
Okay, so here's the mind map. This is our way of linking our initial key concepts for the program. Music color thing is our code for this project.
This is the part where we analyzed products that were already in the market that deal with music, social networking, and content creation. So for music, we decided to focus on streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and Pandora. For social platforms, we chose Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Discord, and Last.fm. For content creation, this kind of overlaps with social platforms with Instagram stories, TikTok, Snapchat, and Canva, which is like the graphic design website. And then for generated content, we used two apps. One is called Color that gets your like Instagram feed and creates a pattern of your most used colors in your feed, and Color My Music, which lets you choose colors and it'll recommend you music based on that color.
This is our market matrix. At the top is the list of things we were looking for on the apps on the y-axis. And primarily we were looking for different ways to share information, free versus premium features, interaction amongst users, and analytics.
From that, we concluded that the critical tasks were for users to connect with friends and share music, see their listening insights and activity, and from that generate personalized content to share with other social platforms like Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat. Gaps in the market, we saw that there was a need for creating and generating visual content to share based on the music that people listen to.
So this is our target audience that we're advertising our program towards. They include the general users, music lovers, art lovers, influencers, and trend forecasters.
Okay, so this is the breakdown of our user profile. Users will connect with other users and artists to discover new artists and songs. And this is all for the purpose of understanding their music habits and promoting unexplored artists and songs. This is all happening in the background while you're listening to music or after listening to music when you analyze your music habits. And this is all happening on smartphones or desktop browser where the app will be available on. And you will be connecting your preferred streaming platform to the app to make sure all the information is in the same place on BeeBop.
For our survey, we asked multiple questions. The first one was, how often do you share a song, artist, or playlist on social media? And the most popular individual response was never. However, the combined response was an overwhelming yes. The second question was, how often do you follow your friends' music recommendations? There was a tie for never and 6.
So when looking if users would look at trending lists to influence their decisions in finding music, most people trended towards saying no. And when we asked if people associate colors and shapes with their music, it's about spread even across the board. Some people do and some people don't.
How willing are you to support ads from independent artists? It was a tie between occasionally and frequently, and this is very important because our goal for this app is to give small artists more exposure.
So for our first question, we asked what music services people generally used. A lot of people said Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, and SoundCloud. And we covered Spotify and Apple Music in our market matrix, so this was important information to see for our app.
The second question was, how do you discover new music? Many people discovered it through the streaming services, and others also found it from friends and artists that they listen to.
When we asked our users if they associate music with different shapes and colors, each person has their own personal associations, but one pattern that we did see is that most people tend to associate pink with hip hop, and not a lot of people associated shapes with music, but of those who did, squares came up more often.
Another question that was asked is, what information would you like to know about your music habits? And a majority of people answered with knowing their listening history, which includes the artists, songs, top genres as well, and how often they consume music.
So for features for the profile, users mostly said that they want to be able to see their listening analytics, which means songs that they mostly listen to, artists, albums, playlists, and their general listening patterns.
Our stakeholders were primarily independent artists, record labels, and streaming services. These come in a variety of age ranges, as well as technology proficiency and income levels.
For our stakeholders, we identified 3 requirements that they would care about: marketing and branding, which is exposure for artists and their music; return of investments, which is higher exposure leads to higher return for the artists and the record labels; and interaction with users to allow stakeholders to see what users are thinking and demanding.
So the top 3 tasks that we identified for you use profile to connect with friends and share music, see your listening insights and activity, and generate personalized content to share across third-party applications.
For the first use case, we showed how you can share music from your listening history with friends and social media. So on our first screen, you can see that you have a list of songs from your listening history. You can press the share button at the bottom of the menu to share music, and then a screen will pop up with the menu for options on where you want to share it. So we have messages, you can copy the link or share it on a third party like Instagram stories. We made sure to accommodate to third party apps so that you can share your music without boundaries.
Our second task was view listening history, and the analytics tab at the bottom right hand of the screen allows you to see your history of songs that you've listened to recently, as well as recent artists.
Our third task that we identified was to use our music generator to create custom content that you can share. So you can hit the share button, click the generator, select what you want to share based on the analytics that are available, such as your favorite genres and favorite artists, similar to your Spotify Rewind. And you can go ahead and share that on third-party platforms at any time.
For the Think Aloud protocol, we gathered data by having a person verbalize his thought process as he goes through the app Last.fm. It is the most similar app in terms of features that we want to implement on our app.
For his task, we are going to explore sharing and promoting music that they listen to. So we are going to prototype with the Last.fm app, and he is going to share his music history. So Gabe, start whenever you're ready.
All right, sounds good. All right, I am now opening the Last.fm app. Okay, this is my first time using this app, so I'm looking for my music history. Okay, I'm checking Scrobbles. I'm checking the gear bar at the top right corner. Nothing there. Going back. Going to reports. Scrolling down. Nothing here. Clicking artist. Nothing here. Clicking albums. Clicking the thing in the middle. I'm not sure if this is the music history, but I think it might be. Clicking tracks. I feel like this would be music history, but it doesn't clearly say. And am I sharing this, you said, Miko?
Yes, your goal is to share my music history on any social media platform.
All right, so I think this is my music history. So I'm going to share it on Instagram. There doesn't seem to be a button to share on Instagram, so I'll just take a screenshot and share this on my Instagram story. So now I am now going on Instagram, switching to my personal account because that's my work account. Adding this onto my story. I forgot how to add pictures on. Okay, right here. And sharing. Sent to my story.
So from our Think Aloud protocol, we created a task analysis. So the goal of the Think Aloud protocol was to share or promote music they're listening to on any social media platform by accessing their listening history on Last.fm. So on Last.fm, to find music you're listening to, you can look at your listening history, artists, albums, French songs that you've listened to, and you have to find the share button to share the link to it. Last.fm wasn't created for this specific goal, so it was hard for the user to complete the task in an organized way. So we definitely took note of that.
Our errors were that they did not find or select the share button on the report screen. That happened twice. They did not find or select the share button on the album screen. which also happened twice. They did not find or select the share button on artist screen, happened once. They did not use the options to share and diverged from presented options, happened once. The total error count was 6 and the total task duration was 2 minutes and 21 seconds. And because Last.fm was not designed to share, they had to screenshot the information and then share it to a third-party app.
Based on that interaction, we created this analysis on Last.fm, and we determined that the app was not designed for the intended task that we were trying to accomplish. You were able to sort through different types of analytics, but sharing that information outside was not part of the design of the app. So that is an area that we are specifically trying to fill.
So this is our information architecture for BeeBop. You'll be able to search through the app. You will be able to see your Hive, which holds all of your personal information, which is your listening history, playlist, chats, cluster, which is your group of friends that you're connected to, and your apiary, which holds your lists of songs, albums, artists that you saved for later. There's also the Buzz, which holds all of our posts, which include generated content and shared music. So on here, it's really the feed of the app where you can see personal content and music in general.
The second part of the information architecture includes Discover, Share, and your patterns. Discover includes what's buzzing, which is basically what's trending. And then it also has Pollinating Now, which is on the rise. Under Share is self-explanatory, and promoting your music and sharing posts are only available to users who have artist accounts. Your patterns includes recently played songs, artists, listening patterns, and journeys, which is listening history over a specific listening session.
So for searching in the app, you can search on the search bar in the top right, songs, artists, playlists, genres, users, and other users lists. And from there, you can refine that search to a specific time frame, genre, popularity, and region. And all of that will be displayed by relevance in a list.
So this navigation was sketched to share with our users for feedback. And from the feedback, people were confused with finding the share button. So we plan on working to make the interface more intuitive for our users.
Thank you. That was our midterm presentation for our project BeeBop.